No, that's not the case. Jesus said, in order to have everlasting life, you must take up your cross and follow me daily. That means you need to crucify your flesh, like the letter says, run the race. If you run a race, you run to win, right? And trust me, it's a race. Many people are running completely blind. The world is full of darkness, and Christ came to be a light in that darkness, to guide us all back to our true Father, the Creator. So if you want to stay blind, buying things you don't need, and giving your children horrible life habits, they watch you and learn from you, and waste money on things that pop up on your TV and never complete your goals in life, then stop reading this. Stop listening to me. Christ teaches you to love your enemy and do good unto them that hate you. Why? Because when you do good to somebody, you are giving life. When you give life, you feel good. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. If you continue in His words, you're going to learn how to do that. You can, no doubt, give death, but that's what you get. That's what you will get. Jesus says the kingdom of heaven is inside of us. All of us believers and non-believers, meaning that we can tap into it through Jesus. He is the way, the truth, and the life. This means that our reality is us, that we have. What we have is what we are, and what we are is how we send the vibrations of our communication out of our reality. That is a truly deep thought that I would never have came to terms with had I not been in Jesus' Word. What I mean is, there really is light in this darkness, and there really is a war in heavenly places. Ephesians 6:11. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day. And having done all to stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all the saints. First Epistle of John, verse 2, explains that God is a light, and in Him is no darkness, and that the darkness, if is of the devil, the thief. God sent His Son in the likeness of Himself to be our light in that darkness. If you don't understand those few Bible verses, it's okay. If you continue in His Word, the Bible, you will come to understand these Bible verses, and God will take care of you until you get to the point where you can understand as much as you need to. And you will be able to understand these Bible verses and many, many others. I like to read the very least. And if I don't, I'm ashamed. I feel bad. This is the fear of God. He is our rock, comfort, the place of our rest. If He left me, I would fall apart. At the very absolute least, one chapter of the Gospels a day. John 14. Believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me, or else believe me for thy very work's sake. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I shall do, he do also. The works that I do shall he do also. The works that I do shall he do also. And greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. And whatsoever ye ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. So, this is us asking the Father for things in a worldly manner. Father, please let the Cowboys win the Super Bowl. He's not going to do that. He's not going to do that because that might not be His will. And I haven't read anywhere in the Bible where God says that He's always going to go for the Cowboys. But I have read that Jesus said, if you continue in my word, it will make you free. And you will know how to ask things of the Father that do pertain to you. And I do know that He already knows what you need, and that is how you are going to receive it. When Moses was standing in front of the burning bush, God said, I am that I am. The interpretation of these words means God is now. He's now. God is now. He's now. So if you continue in His word, you have God with you now. He is Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. Even if you don't continue in His word, you will be judged. Let's continue on. We'll start with 13 again. And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. As we continue to walk with Jesus, we realize that we really are being made into His likeness. The blindfold falls off and our eyes slowly start to adjust to the bright light that is being revealed to us through Jesus Christ. The things of this world, TV shows, gossip, trying to impress people we don't even know. These things start to leave us and we start to hear, see, smell, and taste things differently. We tend to be more grateful for everything we see, smell, or touch, and to even be thankful for them who try to hurt us or bring us down, because we realize it's not them, it's the devil. And the only thing the devil is good for to a true believer and follower of Jesus Christ is for our edification of gratitude to Jesus Christ, because we realize the effect He is having on us. And we realize the effect that the devil has on the people around us. It looks like they are blind and walking around bumping into each other, upset to get up and go to work and get off work like the world's about to end. True Christians will notice merciful sorrow, in himself, or these people who are still under, for these people who are still under the devil's blindfold. While the true Christians go to work ready for the Lord and to work in his creation, and gets off work refreshed, knowing that all things are good. Knowing that all things that are good come down from the Father of lights. The part that can really snipe the true Christian is this: those that haven't been unplugged from the matrix of the world are oftentimes not ready. We must remember that the Father brings the children to him. We can plant the seed. It is up to the Father, the Creator, the Architect of the universe, to decide whether or not to water his seed. The Father may want to use that particular person to strengthen the relationship of a believer, whether it be a believer or non-believer. The Father uses bad and good things of this world to show off his trust in his saints. Just read Job and you can understand that. What we don't want to do after we plant our seed is try to water it ourselves, because as we know, water is life and Jesus is water, and the Father in him know only how to bring that particular person to wherever he wants them to be. And if we try to water ourselves, we are trying to take the place of God, and we have deceived ourselves. At that point, it is time to get back in the Word. If you aren't helping a believer to grow with the very words that Jesus has specifically shown to you to use for that specific purpose, you're going outside of the bounds and dwelling where Satan is. You need to remember this. One of the greatest gifts the Father has given is the gift of prayer. When we are down or hurting, which will happen, we can pray and notice that we are in pain because we are being made stronger. The true Christian wants good in his life, and all the bad does is give us a 300-pound spiritual dumbbell. And if we feel like prayer isn't working, we can always go to the Bible and the Gospels and try to see what Jesus taught about that situation and apply it to our life, knowing he is the light in a world of darkness, sent to guide the sinners and poor and hopeless to a more abundant life. God bless.